Okay, we is good. Is good. Yes, yes, yes. Is good. All right. Excellent.
Wow,
Hopefully,
he's really
is
trying to hold
stable.
it together. He's waddling around like some comedian.
It's like he wants to get picked up for some commercial or something.
But did he truly come to simply check the venue? This isn't good. I keep suspecting every little thing.
Is for the best.
I know what you mean. I'm doing the same too. I need to do my best tomorrow. We need to somehow get him to be our source of intel. I'm gonna pull this off no matter what.
Careful, careful. Is honey pot. He set the honey, you climb into pot, he put lid on, and you trapped.
That Akechi guy. When he got here, didn't he say that everyone's all here? Everyone?
You're just imagining things.
Oh,
So, I guess we got through all of it okay?
for the most part. For certain indications of okay.
Yes, but the associated mental fatigue was extraordinary. Being cautious takes a lot out of you.
Seriously, I think I'm as tired now as I am after midterm.
Of course not.
I didn't mind any of that. I just love seeing that detective gulp down the special takoyaki.
I had fun as well,
Exactly.
since I got to spend time with you all. What would you like to do now, Haru? Walk around a little more? I appreciate the gesture, but I'm satisfied with stopping here. Why don't we go home and rest up? We'll have to deal with Akechi-kun again tomorrow, after all. I have to agree. What will his next move be?
People walk, people fade, disappear. Yusuke. Where Yusuke go?
Let's head back.
Aha.
Yes. I.
I do apologize for interrupting day, but ever since Ryuji-an first spoke of you, I've grown intrigued. I wish to speak with you as well. Reputation is solid, is fact. Oh, Sakamoto-kun and Takamaki-san.
Quite.
I'm flattered you've taken interest in me. You're here about counseling, correct?
Indeed.
Correct. Now, teach me how to unshackle human heart and glimpse into endless abyss.
Hold on.
Man is go straight for throat. Carpe jugulum, as they say. How should put this? Enthusiasm appreciated, suspect misunderstanding about what I do. Apologize, I simply could not contain excitement. Still permit me to witness counseling skills in action, yes? That's not really allowed.
How about it?
How about this? Why not try out counseling yourself instead? Me? Of course, no charge. No charge. It's free. Vespro. For you today, I make free. All you'd have to do is chat with me for a bit.
Well then.
Very well. You and I shall go head to head. Our battle shall be epic. I'm not sure what you think happens in counseling, but there won't be any of that. I see. You were Madarame-sans. is impasse. How curious, never imagined counseling be like this.
Well,
I'd say this is less counseling and more building a rapport. When someone first comes to see me, we always start with them telling me a bit about themselves. A method of self-reflection that relies on speaking with another person so as to sort through one's own emotions. That's rather similar to the internal cross-examination I perform when working on art. There really shouldn't be any cross-examining in proper counseling sessions. I just do my best to provide patients in positive direction so it can improve lives. At very least, I talk them through their problems so they can make correct choices for self.
I see.
However, if you're the one leading to conclusions, are they truly making choices for themselves? Isn't that just submitting to another person's will? In all honesty, I'm sure there are people out there who think that. But life in world confines people to certain frames sometimes, and without them realizing. If I can help lift the weight off shoulders and free minds, I believe results are worth.
Indeed. Thank you.
Thank you for speaking with me. Has been most valuable experience.
Oh, yes.
Before you go, what you say is greatest wish in life at moment? Would it be success as artist? No, not it. I only desire is for my art is to improve it through my own efforts. I see. Then what would you wish for? I would wish for world to see Mother's painting for masterpiece that it is, no matter how briefly. And if at all possible, I would also wish to see a wonderful master, one who would take me in and guide my brush with care. Ah, I see.
All right. Thank you.
At any rate, must be going now, so please excuse me. I hope we meet again someday.
Well then.
Tomorrow, the moment of truth, a catchy panel. Apologize for suddenly disappearing. Legend of Lost Inari has come to end. Where hell did you go? Did you get lost? I saw the man who resembled Dr. Maruki, went to see him. So he was there? Did you get his counseling? Yes, it was not what I was expecting. Once this is all over, I think I'd like to go for another session. Try not to cause him any trouble, alright? I'll do my best. Are you all at home? Are you still at school? No, I just got back to dorm. Am ready for bed. Already? Is that unusual? Tomorrow is a Ketchi-kun panel after all. An early night means he'll be able to concentrate tomorrow. It's true. We'll need to stay focused. Have focus. Concentrate. See it. We have to stay calm no matter what he say. Right. Keep in mind. It's really up to Makoto get as much information as we can from Akechi. We'll have to make sure we don't miss anything. Photo time! Aw, it's great! Even yakisoba looks like class when Haru eats. Please, you exaggerate. I think this is my first time having yakisoba from food stand, though. It was more delicious than imagined. It was. It wasn't instant stuff. But still good. Yeah. Don't know why, but food from stall always tasty. Speaking of, where are the pictures of us on? You got pics of us too, right? How about the one you took of This is Yakisoba? One with big red mountain of ginger? Oh! No, that one went straight to trash. I had dry seaweed all over my teeth.
Oh.
Here we go.
Okay. Well then.
think?
Alright, excellent.
Hey!
Wow, you actually managed to beat level. I'm impressed.
Nice.
Reputation is solid. Is fact. Proficiency? Oh, his guts. Excellent. Excellent. Excellent, my friends. Oh.
Well then, we will now begin today's panel. Our guest of honor is Goro Akechi.
I feel kind of bad considering how many people have gathered. I'm sure you all would have been happier to have a singer or a mascot appear, wouldn't you say?
We'd appreciate if you could tell us about your experiences with the notorious Phantom Thieves. It'd be wonderful if you could let us hear more about your actual investigative process.
I'm not used to being the one interrogated, so please go easy on me.
How much do you think he knows?
He talks about the Phantom Thieves are dangerous, yet he says they haven't committed any murders. Either he has an idea who the true culprit is, or he has uncovered the identities of the Phantom Thieves.
Come on, Makoto. You gotta get it out of him.
As much as you're allowed to say, would you tell us how far along your investigation is on them?
Getting right to the point, I see. Well, if it's as much as I'm allowed to say, then everything on TV and the internet is all of it. We don't have any leads yet, and the methods behind their crimes are still unclear.
I see. Even with this country's power, arresting them is proving to be difficult. Is that the case?
I wouldn't phrase it that way, but, well, something like that.
Thank you for answering that question. By the way, it seems you've denied a correlation between the Phantom Thieves and the murders. Why the sudden change? Until now, haven't you upheld your stance that the Phantom Thieves are dangerous? How are you so positive that they haven't committed murder?
Are you a little too comfortable interrogating people? Why, it's as if you're a prosecutor.
Excuse me. This is something I've personally been interested in, so I couldn't help it. But won't you tell us? What reason is there that you'd claim their innocence when you previously stated they were unjust?
Mako-chan's really pressing for an answer.
She's pelting him with questions.
Every person whose heart they changed have truly been criminals, including Okumura. Why then was he the only one who needed to be killed?
Why is that?
I must admit, I couldn't deduce a reason.
Does not make sense, therefore is not part of pool of evidence. Thing that does not fit usually is pieced to other puzzle.
That's why I believe that case should be thought of as if a different party is responsible. And if, this is all hypothetical, mind you, if the Phantom Thieves are the ones I know of, I can't possibly imagine they would kill anyone.
Your comment just now. Does this mean the police have already identified who they are?
Oh, no. The police haven't gotten that far yet. But I have my own conclusions about the true identities of the Phantom Thieves.
He's gotta be bluffing.
Pipe down. He's lying, right?
He's looking right at us. Like, say, I know it's you. Hi. Police have not seen yet.
But if it's the truth,
You're not going to ask me who they are?
It may have repercussions on the investigation. Are you sure you can share that with us?
It's only my personal opinion, so announcing that here wouldn't pose a problem. However, there is a possibility that everyone present will hear the truth before the police or media.
the truth? What's he planning on saying?
It's quite the confidence you have. If you're so certain, then very well.
Call bluff. Here comes bluff.
To ask you then, who do you think the Phantom Thieves are?
There's no way he could have any evidence.
They're people you all know quite well. The identity of the Phantom Thieves are... it's mine. I apologize for the interruption, but I can't turn off my phone due to my job. Would you mind if I step away for about 10 minutes or so?
I'm terribly sorry, everyone, but we'll be taking a break. We'll resume the panel in 10 minutes.
Please don't troll me online for this interruption, okay?
Very clever.
Is there a room I may use?
There's the PE faculty office.
Ugh, that office, many bad memories. Is terrible stench. Stench of pervert.
You to come too. There's a matter I want to discuss. Your friends from yesterday are here, aren't they? Can you bring them too, if that's all right?
Did you set this up?
We only have 10 minutes, you know.
What do you want to talk about? No.
You have question? He provide answer. This is what it looks like entering or exiting metaverse.
That's gotta be shopped! I have video footage too. Please, let's not feign ignorance. All of you can go to that other world too, yes? It's not just all of you. I am aware of that world too. I also know that when you traverse over there, your appearance changes as well. It's because of those mysterious powers, isn't it? I found out about that world about a month ago. This had been installed onto my phone without my knowledge. Dude, it's the nav. When the app activated on its own, the scenery around me suddenly changed. Quite frankly, I still can't believe it myself. But from the look of these photos, all of you seem quite used to it.
We've been listening to you blab on for a while now, but cut the delusional...
All of you are acting as phantom thieves in the metaverse. I can say so with conviction because I have the same power as you. So, you admit it then. In all honesty, I've been curious about you since the time of the Madarame case. But to think it would end up like this.
We didn't kill anyone!
I believe that as well.
How can you be so sure?
Because I saw another. The real culprit.
For real?
Who was it?
I couldn't identify his face. He had a mask on, after all. Actually, when I took these photos, I entered that world too. That's when I saw someone else moving about, besides all of you. He shot at me the moment he noticed me.
That's who killed President Okumura?
Most likely. At the very least, I was almost killed by him. I can't die here. I need to determine the truth. When those thoughts overcame me, I awakened to that power. A most fortunate accident.
This guy has a persona too?
This cat. I swear, it just talked.
Morgana, our teammate who taught us about the metaverse.
Really? This is unbelievable. But it is true that you know things that I don't. Say, Morgana, were you also the one who instructed them on how to change people's hearts? I experienced that world too. But I still haven't solved that mystery yet.
We go in the metaverse, we call them palaces, to steal the core of their desires, their treasure. And those whose treasure has been stolen have a change of heart.
Ah. There's certainly no way anyone could figure out such an MO.
Anyways, back to what you were talking about. Are we in this mess because of that guy?
Although I don't completely understand the method, all you do is simply reform people. Someone else is behind the murders. However, the police have decided that the Phantom Thieves did it. They'll arrest you at this rate.
They're going to treat me as my father's murderer?
I can't overlook such a grave mistake, which is precisely why I want us to strike a deal. I may be able to save you from this situation.
A deal?
I would like you to cooperate with me on investigating the truth.
Come with me. I lead you to Promised Land. I give you answers, you give me muscle.
And if we decline?
Then I think I'll have to inform the police about all of you, along with that video I mentioned.
This ain't no deal, it's blackmail!
Say what you will. This is the method that I believe is correct. The justice I uphold will not tolerate criminals who kill people at their leisure.
Justice.
You've heard that Sai-san is the one spearheading the investigation about you Phantom Thieves, correct? The higher-ups are concerned only with settling the case. They want to capture the culprits behind the psychotic breakdown incidents and end the commotion. Those are the ones who are putting pressure on Sai-san. I can only imagine her impatience.
What of evidence that we did it? How do they intend on proving it?
Even if there's no objective explanation to the method, it's over once causality is established. Sai-san can't make rational judgments at the moment. If she were to be cornered, well, she may even make up a confession.
Make it up?
So, they're gonna make it all our fault? Just because they feel like it?
We haven't killed anyone, though! And we're still going to be arrested?
You'll be found guilty if you're caught, and it will be treated as a very serious crime.
Bullshit! None of that makes any sense!
His way of world.
Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do alone anymore to stop the flow of things.
And that's why you want our cooperation.
Yes. In return, I'll turn a blind eye to what you've done. Those are my conditions. That said, I ask that you disband the Phantom Thieves after this.
What should we do about Akechi-san's proposal?
I can understand how you feel. It must be hard making a decision on the spot like this. Well, you don't have to decide at the moment. Considering this is you we're talking about, I believe you'll come to a favorable reply. I'm glad we could talk. It's been a while since I've been able to spend such a meaningful time like this. I look forward to your answer.
Fuck you. That is my answer.
It was definitely worth coming today, for various reasons. We should be getting back. About that, I'm sorry. Would it be acceptable if we ended the panel here? The reason why you called for me in the first place was because you wanted intel, correct? My business is concluded as well.
I'll deal with it somehow.
Damn it! He had complete control over us!
Hey, they're going.
In Japan, this is a very honor-driven society. Just stigma of being arrested is enough to cause you problems later in life. Walking into police precinct in cuffs means you may be barred from jobs. Do not want potential criminal in organization, yes? Makes everything more difficult. Case in point, our protagonist. And he was convicted of assault.
I'm sorry about the sudden break. An urgent task came in. So, I truly apologize about this, but I'll have to end things here today.
To make up for the time that was planned for this panel, the Rakugo Research Club will instead be...
I can't say anything in detail regarding the Phantom Thieves investigation, but I feel another great stride will occur again soon. I hope you all continue to pay attention to what happens.
Let's have a big round of applause for today's guest, Goro Akechi.
That's the problem with having a celebrity. Sometimes they gotta do celebrity shit. Yeah, he must have set a timer that was set to his cell phone's ringtone, so that way, When he needed to, it would go off. He just drew it out so that way he could buy the time.
He totally used Makoto's suggestion against us.
Indeed. We intended to get intel out of him, but to think it would play out like this.
So what? We'll just accept his deal?
He's got evidence on us. We really don't have a choice.
Damn it! What are we gonna do?
Calm down, Ryuji.
How am I supposed to calm down? What are we gonna do?
What's done is done. We'll have to cool our heads and think more on this. We must make up our minds by the time he contacts us again.
We need to give this a lot of thought.
Similar occurrences followed in succession earlier this spring. Although things have quieted down until recently, several incidents have occurred once again.
Why is there a calling card on the bar?
Furthermore, new information has come to light about the suspect who suffered sudden mental shutdown. He had received a calling card from the Phantom Thieves.
Why did Futaba have something like this?
If a calling card was delivered, we can only assume that the Phantom Thieves are behind it. If so, those occurrences back in spring can be attributed to them as well. Moreover...
I knew it. She's... Oh, God.
The post-festival party is about to begin in the gymnasium. Please join us, everybody.
Post-festival party? I thought this thing was over. Nobody invited you to it, so let's just go home.
Huh? Senpai, aren't you going to the post-festival party?
I was actually about to head out.
Since we run into each other on our own, why not go together? People say these kinds of events should be enjoyed with others, so let's go have some fun. It seems like it's already begun. Let's get in there, Senpai!
Oh, God.
And now, it's time for your favorite shooting tradition. The Student Sharing Special!
Oh, God. Oh, God.
For that, we've decided to change things up this year. We've got a huge surprise for you all. Members of the dance club, come on down. Now everybody, join in. Don't fall behind the dance club.
Just standing around while everyone dances is embarrassing. Senpai, let's do it!
It's showtime! He's still just standing there. Because you got Morgana in the bag. Oh, there we go. So,
Impressive, Senpai.
so one of the things about the Persona series is they like to do some spin-off games, and one of them is like a dancing game. It's a rhythm game where you press the buttons in time and you dance, kind of like Dance Revolution, but with a controller.
And now that you're all warmed up, let's switch up the music.
Hey, you're Yoshizawa-san, right? The first year? We've got a little favor to ask you.
Got it. I'm in. Senpai, I'll be back soon. They've asked me to help them with something. Just wait here and watch what happens.
It's Papa Curl's favorite. And she's doing this not in normal gymnast shoes. Come on. I left the party with Kasumi to cool off a bit outside.
That was so exhausting, but what a blast! I feel like I danced my heart out back there.
As great as I expected.
Thank you.
Wow, that dance was amazing.
I know, right? I was totally blown away.
Oh, what's this?
It's my dad. He's telling me to come home before it gets too late. Sorry to leave you like this, but I have to get going.
Want me to walk you?
Thank you. I'll be alright though. The post-festival party was so much fun. Especially with you. See you soon!
The gym's quieted down. Looks like the dance is over. I ought to head home. The post-festival party is about to begin. Would you like to go together? I tried to think about what happened earlier, but that's gotten me nowhere, so I could use a change of pace. How about it? Sure, let's go. Thank you. I'll be waiting at the gym. I should head to the gym. The things we do for the Phantom Thieves.
Alright, that was a great performance by the dance club. Everybody give them another round of applause.
I'm sorry. I can't stop thinking about what Akechi-kun said.
It'll be alright.
It feels like nothing bad could ever happen when you say that.
And now it's time for your favorite Shujin tradition, the student sharing special. Round of applause, everyone.
Sharing? I never knew we had such an event.
All right, who has something to say? Anyone? Anyone? No? I'll just have to pick someone then.
Oh, he's going to choose? I wonder who it will be.
How about that fluffy-haired girl over there? I choose you.
Huh? Is he looking this way?
Well then, come on up.
He's talking to me, isn't he?
Guess you're cute.
Come, everyone's waiting.
Well, I'm going.
And your name is? Wait, you're a Kumura-san?
Yes.
I'm sure you're, still grieving. My, deepest apologies.
Oh, please don't worry.
So, do you have anything you'd like to share with us?
Something to share. I have too many things.
Here, let me give you a question then. Do you think the Phantom Thieves are really Shujin students?
Huh?
Oh?
Man, he's going in for the kill.
I mean, they are, your father's killers. We're all dying to know what Akechi-kun was going to say about their true identities. So, are they from Shujin? What do you think, Okumura-san?
Well...
Now this is drama! A boy caught in the throes of bittersweet youth!
Real? Wow, way to go!
I think it was him!
wait!
So, Kumura-san, what's your relation to this guy?
That wasn't what we were talking about!
We aren't talking about the Phantom Thieves anymore.
My, she's quite flustered. Is this a hot scoop? But I'm a gentleman. It hurts my heart to bully such a sweet girl. Well, did you all enjoy our blushing beauty? Thank you very much, Okumura-san.
Just when it was getting interesting.
Come on, MC, do your job. Wow.
Post-festival party is finally over. It turned out to be more like an interview party, huh? I still can't believe you said that.
You were in trouble.
Huh? Right. At any rate, I'm not sure what I would have done without you. Thank you for saving me. You're a mysterious person, but you're so reliable. I think the two of us will get along quite well in the future. As they say, who knows what may lie ahead? For now, I'm worried about what happened with Akechi-kun. But I have to say, my first post-festival party was quite fun. Though, I guess it's my last too.
Third-year student, so she's going to college soon. Oh my.
Bought it earlier.
It looks delicious.
Now then, let's go home.
Welcome home.
I did, I think we're gonna go for Yoshizawa, but, yeah. I don't know if
You took
Yoshizawa's
off
one,
somewhere
actually.
during the festival, huh? I tried to find you, but I gave up pretty quickly.
Taba? What are you doing here in front of the store?
I needed to calm my brain. My thoughts were getting out of hand. Not just Akechi, but other stuff too. We're in deep trouble unless we can do something soon. But anyway, I was just thinking about going inside, so your timing is perfect. Let's go.
The mass media has been causing quite a commotion lately. No countermeasure for the Phantom Thieves, the sorry state of the police, destruction of safety. They're saying whatever they want. So, how's the investigation progressing? Any clues yet?
Nothing that leads to a firm conviction yet.
What's going on here? Didn't you say that you were sure about closing this case?
Christ almighty, they are jerking her around.
Failure won't be well, this is troublesome. If things continue at this rate, never mind a promotion. We'd have to let you go entirely.
There they go, stoking the fire.
But sir...
I had high expectations for you. But it seems this task was too much to handle for someone so young. We may need to reform the operation as well, since the selected personnel for this...
Please, let me see this through to the end. This case is something that I've always...
I know that you've been at this for a while now. Even before the police spared us the staff for it. If you can manage an arrest, I've made special arrangements so that you can question them personally. That's what you want, isn't it? The leadership of this country is about to change. We can't let this case carry over into their term. I'll make myself clear again. Failure isn't an option. We need results.
I understand.
You're allowed to take some bold measures if you need to. We need good results, no matter what.
And here we go.
Oh, one more thing. If the unexpected happens to occur, contact me immediately.
To you, sir?
I said that failure isn't an option, didn't I?
Hey, Mystery, welcome in.
Everything is proceeding as planned.
Hello, good sir. Fuck you. You are literally stoking the fires for a palace.
Sojiro?
I was cleaning up and found this.
You're all right.
This is a calling card, right? I read about it online, too.
You went into my room without my permission?
I'll apologize as much as you want later. So, what is this?
That's...
Is it something to get flustered over? I knew it. This isn't just some game you're playing. Why aren't you saying anything?
Why did you keep it?
I mean, it was memorable.
Explain.
Explain.
Can't tell me?
Explain.
Hey, if this keeps up, Futaba's...
Don't blame Futaba.
Oh? I'll get right to the point. Is this a real one? Did they trigger a change of heart in you? How about it?
Ever since Mom died, there was no exit. I was trapped in a labyrinth of my heart. I knew I had to leave it, but I couldn't do it by myself.
Futaba. Here, sit down. I can at least listen to what you have to say.
The Phantom Thieves saved me. They stole my messed up heart.
Her entire palace was designed as a punishment for her because she felt she needed to atone for the sin of getting her mom killed.
It's the same as Mom's research. They changed my cognition.
Seriously? Wakaba's research about altering one's cognition. I wondered about it myself, too. Still.
When did you notice?
When she said she was going to go to the beach out of nowhere. And even the doctors had thrown in the towel.
So he had suspicions about the beach.
At first, I just chalked it up as other kids being a better support for you than any adult. But as I kept watching the tabloid shows here, day in and day out, a thought crossed my mind. I thought your case kind of seemed similar to what these Phantom Thieves were doing.
Wow.
I'm still your guardian, you know. I'd never overlook such a drastic change in your behavior.
Even if it was for the better.
But to think that Wakaba's research and the Phantom Thieves changing hearts were about the same thing. Back in the day, I used to be a government official. My job was to be the bridge between the country and the lab that Wakaba worked at. It's around that time that I got to know her. She said something odd when we were out drinking, that one of these days, she might die a bizarre death. Who wouldn't take that as a joke? I just laughed it off. But it happened exactly as she said. If anything were to happen to you, I'd feel like I let her down. There's something I want to ask you. Judging from your
Here we go.
You knew about this calling card, didn't you? You should have known that Futaba had a change of heart through the Phantom Thieves as well. Is there a connection between you and them? The first incident of a change of heart was a teacher at your school. The kid who brought that painting here was a pupil of that artist who had a change of heart, wasn't he? And then there's Futaba. You always seem to be linked to these incidents somehow. Got anything to say?
I'm not lying to Sojiro. Sorry for keeping quiet.
You know what people call them? Criminals. Why did you introduce such dangerous people to Futaba?
That's not true! I asked them! That's why he saved me! He stole my heart!
Asked? Stole?
The cat's already out of the bag, Futaba. You haven't let anything go.
Are you saying that he's the one who changed your heart? He doesn't just deal with the Phantom Thieves. He's actually one of them? You're pulling my leg, aren't you?
I'm a Phantom Thief.
Are you serious?
So, how it works is somebody goes through life and some event happens that twists and distorts their desires. Those desires lead them down a different path than the one that they should be on. And usually that's when things happen, like abuse scandals at a high school. A teacher that sits there and beats his students into line and, you know, keeps making passes at the female members of the sports teams that he's supposed to be in charge of. Or a dude decides he's had enough being kicked around and he's just going to amass as much money as possible, and once he has the money, he makes the rules. Or an art teacher decides, you know what? My student's having a seizure on the ground, but she's just painted a painting that I know is going to shape the art world for years to come. I'm just going to let her die and steal the painting. Then I'm going to dress it up so that way nobody will know. And say it's mine. What the Phantom Thieves do is they go through the palace that's been created around these distorted desires. And once they get to basically what looks like a nebula, like this weird glowy thing, they've secured a route to the treasure. Once they've secured the route to the treasure, they send a calling card, like the one that's on the table there, to the target, informing them that their desires are about to be taken and that they're going to confess everything that they've done. And it causes those desires to manifest and materialize. Then they take those desires out of the palace, and it usually takes the form of something tangible to that person that can kind of point in the direction of when they started warping, when their desires started warping and taking them down the darker path. So they literally steal your heart.
You really are a Phantom Thief? Oh, for crying out loud.
Sojiro!
So, basically, I've been sheltering a Phantom Thief for the last 6 months. And on top of that, Futaba's involved too. What the hell?
I want to find the culprit who killed my mom.
Wait, killed?
She was killed. I remember it now.
Stop this nonsense!
Why won't you believe me? Are you the same as everyone else? Didn't you know already? The way Mom died wasn't normal. Didn't you notice that her research was stolen by someone? Sojiro!
When she passed away, I did think it was odd. It was awfully fishy. But what could I do? All I was able to do was run from it all. Run away.
Stop running.
And end up here, some old guy running a cafe. To be frank, I took you in for my own good. Like it'd somehow make up for what I'd done. It's basically my fault that you got burdened with all this crap.
It's not your fault, Sojiro.
I acted all big, lectured, even yelled at you kids. And I end up getting consoled by her. God, real pathetic, aren't I?
That's not true.
I mean, the one who killed Mom's the one at fault.
I see. Don't worry. Even if you are the real Phantom Thieves, I have no intention of reporting or kicking you out. I mean, who would believe such a story? Unless they catch you red-handed, it's impossible to explain that you're the Phantom Thieves. Let me just say one thing, though. Immediately back out of a fight that you can't win.
What do you mean?
Don't you get it? If, by chance, you pissed off the same guys that killed Wakaba, then they're not someone that kids like you can deal with. Listen to reason, all right? We're done talking about this. Come on. Time to eat. All that yelling's gotten me hungry.
He's a good man.
If he
When he
told us
wants to
then,
be.
that would have jeopardized our operation. Still, we should tell the others about what just happened.
I'm tired.
Yeah, that was literally an emotional roller coaster for Taba. You gotta be fucking kidding. Wait, are you okay? Did he report you or anything? We likely wouldn't be receiving these messages if Dis was not okay. I had a feeling that boss was no ordinary man. But he didn't recommend you turn yourself in, did he? I think that in that case we consider him a new ally. I'm more curious about what he mentioned to you. You mean about how our enemy might be the same people who targeted Futaba's mom? Yes. She was killed by mental shutdown, the same method used by the culprit we pursue now. Wait a second though, didn't you say boss had to run from it all? Yeah. Yeah. Does that mean someone was trying to stop the news from getting out? Who could do that? Who do you think the culprit would be? A government official. And you letting your imagination run wild a bit? But it would make sense. Wait a second. If you're right, then wouldn't the police be working for him too? That's not impossible. This is getting too big for me to even think about. Can we really win this?
No matter what.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All this happened because I kept the calling card. It's so late already. Is Sojo still awake? This is kind of awkward. You can sleep on the sofa. Shouldn't you sleep on the sofa so that Futaba can go ahead and sleep on the bed? I'm gonna go home. Night.
Yep.
Okay. Let's call it a day and go to bed.
I'll just add this.
Christ almighty. So the soap opera's over.
Well then.
That concludes the speech given by Representative Masayoshi Shido, who may be forming a new party. We now resume our coverage of the Phantom Thieves, the suspects for Mr. Okumura's death and others. The police have designated the Phantom Thieves as the country's most wanted fugitives and have decided to reward anyone with information leading to the capture of the Phantom Thieves.
Look.
Those who provide information will be offered a reward of 30 million yen.
Holy cow, 30 million.
And considering the high amount, it shows how extraordinary the situation has become. Reward money will be supplied by the police and the families of the victims. Further,
If I report you to the police and they arrest you, I supposedly get 30 million yen for it.
That's insane.
I hope you understand the situation you're in. Even people who didn't have an interest before will be on the lookout for the Phantom Thieves. And it'll happen every day, even at school. Why did this happen?
There was no choice.
That may have been true, but still. Well, how do I put this? I'm sorry I didn't realize it. It's also my responsibility that this happened. All I can do now is give you shelter. Just don't become desperate and do something reckless, all right?
Believe in me.
I won't sell you out. As long as you're here, there's nothing to worry about.
I feel bad about what we've done to the chief. I'm responsible too.
Did you see that reward? Perhaps we put too much pressure on them. With this, the Phantom Thieves have become public enemy #1.
They're like constantly fucking with this investigation.
That will be when their curtain falls.
Like they're literally pumping Sai so full of anxiety. Akechi suggested to go to the school, right? Yeah, but let's not. There's been too many mental shutdowns as is. It'll probably be the end of us if we start sniffing around now. 30 million yen, man. Just let me dream a little. I braced myself for this possibility. Actually, having a wanted notice out for us feels kind of weird. I'm not sure we're going to get away this time. Our backs are truly against the wall now. Discussing it here won't do us any good. Let's talk more in person.
We're wanted now, and the reward's 30 million yen? What is this, a comic book? It feels so unrealistic I can't help but laugh.
They're finally being treated as actual criminals.
I'm positive now. Remember all of those what-ifs I mentioned before? All of this was truly set up. How President Okumura ranked first, the Fad before that, even Medjed. It was all to make the Phantom Thieves famous. On top of that, we were lured to target Okumura. Yeah.
It was a cleaning house operation.
The enemy likely planned to lay the blame on us from the start, after we gained popularity.
Then what about everything we've done until now? Are the people whose hearts we changed and thought were corrupt actually not?
No. Because of Yusuke and I, the Madarame and Kaneshiro cases were coincidental. Wasn't that the case with Kamoshida, too? Considering what happened with the rankings? Only the previous target would have been used to lure us.
What a cheap trick to use.
Cheap? It's nothing of the sort. There's the fake Medjed and the site's altercation. They might have even engineered the Fad around us. So much time and effort has been put into this. President Okumura probably wasn't their only target.
Huh? Points? PTS? Oh, those that became Phantom Thieves. Oh, the Phantom Thieves. Oh, okay.
Perhaps they intend to place all blame of past and future psychotic breakdowns on our group.
That's why I said we shouldn't jump into things so carelessly.
So, like, Mishima always kind of knew because he was in the room when Kamoshida threatened Ryuji and the main character, Joker. When he threatened Joker and Ryuji, Mishima was in the room with them and was going to get expelled alongside them, and then magically it all disappeared. So he kind of knew that Ryuji and Joker were Phantom Thieves. He didn't know about On, though.
What, so this is my fault? Even you agreed to it in the end. And there was that thing with Haru at the time. How are we supposed to ignore that, huh?
I'm sorry. This was all because I one-sidedly decided that my father was a criminal. All I could think about was my fiancé. If I had only been able to cope with it more calmly. Haru?
It's not Haru's fault. I should have spoken up too when Principal Kobayakawa died.
Damn it! This is bullshit! God! Fuck! Ah!
Ryuji! Taking out your frustration on things doesn't help anyone!
Hey, what do you think? Why did we lose? What did we do wrong?
They baited us.
Probably because we weren't acting like ourselves.
Agreed. At the time, we only cared about the opinion of the general public.
Yeah, that really is it.
If they hadn't taken the bait, if they hadn't gone after Okumura, or had been smarter on how they went after Okumura, they could have prevented this. but because they were riding high on the popularity of the Phantom Thieves, they were blind to the sharp fall after Okumura went down.
I was so caught up in making a name for ourselves. I'm such an idiot! I became a phantom thief because I hated those same kinds of adults!
To think we had begun clinging onto fame and a place to belong that our eyes had become clouded.
We were meant to be the righteous phantom thieves, but we lost sight of our original cause.
I'm so irritated with myself. Makoto.
Damn it! I know that we've been set up, and that I was a complete idiot too, but still, it's so damn frustrating! Of course I want to do something about this!
Yeah. We'll be in deep water at this rate. However, we have no idea who we're up against, and whether they're an individual or an organization.
Furthermore, they must be in a position of power, or have powerful backers if they can go so far.
Are we really a match for this?
Should we end this now? I mean, things might get worse for everyone.
Hey, what should we do?
We haven't lost yet. It's not over yet.
Running away with our tails between our legs is exactly what they want. We'd be dumping everything we stand for just to save our own asses.
Sometimes your only option is to attack. And if you hit hard enough, you might just cause the cracks you need.
I take back what I just said. I can't let it end like this. Absolutely not like this.
Looks like we're settled on what we want to do. All that's left is how we go about it. Yeah.
Hey, it's me. About me yelling earlier, being framed, and the added bounty, it all felt like such bullshit. I lost it. I'm sorry.
I don't mind.
That's good. Maybe I haven't changed at all since that time we went up against Kamoshida. I wanted to be a phantom thief because I thought even someone like me could be a hero. It made me so happy to be depended on. Guess it all went straight to my head. I thought I could do anything if it was for justice. But that'd make me no different from our targets. I called them shitbags, but I must be the shittiest of shitbags. I can't even joke about it.
You can still change.
You're right. I can start by changing who I am now. Thanks. I feel like I can think straight now. Oh, I scared Haru and Futaba, didn't I? I'll have to apologize to them soon. See ya.
Wait. Ryuji? Thinking about thinking about the consequences of his actions? Who are you and what have you done with Ryuji? I got a message from Akechi. He wants us together at LeBlanc tomorrow after school. Trying to boss us around like that. Tomorrow? That's sudden. This is directly after the reward announcement. There must be a calculated reason for this too. We'll be okay, right? We'll manage. Yeah, we're going to overcome this together. Yeah, right? Well, they were actually talking about it, and it's impossible for a Persona user to have a palace. Like, it is literally impossible. The palace has to... because the palace forms around the shadow of that person in the metaverse. But when you awaken to your persona, the persona is your shadow. So it's you and your shadow working in tangent to affect the metaverse. So it's literally impossible for a palace to form around a persona user because you and your shadow are one-on-one, and so your desires and your drive can't be distorted in the way that forms a palace. I don't want anyone disturbing our pace anymore. Let's go about this calmly. We'll see you all tomorrow.
We've reached a crucial moment. There's no point fretting about it now, though. Let's just stay calm and wait for tomorrow.
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay.
Okay, so I am trapped in the attic.
I'll just add this.
So we're going to save after that long cutscene, and I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. And we'll be right back. Downstairs. Downstairs. Got it. Finally. Stopped fucking. Well, I'll take it. There's 2 more to go. So now this is what made Ori famous, is these stupid chase scenes. Because basically, you've got to escape. And guess what? You touch that water, you're in trouble. Yeah, ballsy of me, I know. Okay. There we go. Alright. Come here, you two. Sit. Gentle. Alright. And we're back. Okay.
Oh.
Let's do this. Let's finish the game. While I still can.
Okay. Well then.
Use the technique.
Whoa.
We've already beaten a lot of enemies, but be careful, the boss should be up ahead.
Hey, wait!
Poured out of the holes in the background? You've come this far, you can afford to lose now. Okay. Alright, you managed to survive. Is this really the end, though?
Oh!
Screen went all dark. It's the last boss. Give it all you got.
Oh!
Boss is disappearing. I think that means we've won. You beat Starfornius. The Sacred Technique book helped, huh? You're already looking the most efficient way to do things. I admire that about you.
Oh!
Alright, let's enjoy the ending. So this manual says if you send in the password you see after the ending, you get a prize? There's probably no point in doing it now, but I guess it wouldn't hurt to write it down anyways. Maybe some antique game stores are into that kind of thing? Shooting card.
Yeah.
Let's head to sleep soon. Play some video games, calm down, hit the hay. I totally get that.
An issue in which criminals do whatever they want under the name of justice cannot be left alone. Only now does the government speak of taking countermeasures. But their actions are too little, too late. The government as it stands has been left behind the times. It is obsolete. We don't have to go down with a sinking ship. We have the power to change this. Let us end this chaos through my hands and yours.
He's a politician of the ruling party, isn't he?
I heard they're splitting up to form a new party, so an election might come before the year's end.
I'm gonna vote this time for sure. This man has my support.
You haven't voted until now? That's problematic as a member of society, you know.
Politics just never interested me before. But this politician seems pretty amazing. He's passionate and thinks of the future. I mean, someone like that should be prime minister. I'm definitely voting for him.
Well, I suppose that makes sense, since the other politician seems so unreliable.
That's the diet. For yeah.
When you say that you want us to cooperate with you, what exactly do you intend us to do?
Yeah, you're drowning in all the red flags.
That's a good question. But might I have a cup of coffee first?
Quit effing around!
Please keep this short.
There's a bounty for information in addition to the arrest warrant. Those are quite desperate measures. I'm referring to Sai-san's actions. I assume all of you are at your wits' end as well. She must be considerably vexed if she's gone that far. Make headlines with the arrest warrant, then use incentives to get testimonies. It's not a bad method.
The police have nothing on us. There's no way they can make an arrest.
True. I'm the only one who's ascertained your true identities. However, the groundwork for fabricating testimonies and concocting a culprit are underway.
We don't care about that self-gratification. Get on with it.
I'll be blunt. I'm thinking of triggering a change of heart in Sai-san. I've already discovered that she has a palace.
Pay attention to who's shocked by this.
Huh? Really?
Is this to prevent the investigation agency's recklessness?
Precisely.
Still, there's no need to change her heart just for that.
Indeed. It's hard to believe that a single person can fabricate all that.
Unfortunately, that's not the case. What if I told you that those around her would turn a blind eye to false evidence?
You saying the police would do such a thing?
They do it all the time.
It seems they're more trusted than I thought. Their priority is settling the situation. They don't care who the supposed culprit is.
No!
They're completely rotten!
My objective is to find the true culprit. That must be the case for all of you too. However, the current situation is extremely bad.
If worst comes to worst, someone unrelated will be set up as the culprit, huh?
Our only solution to this is to make Sai-san come to her senses. If she's in her right mind, she can stop this situation. Her sense of justice wouldn't allow it.
So that's why...
The truth will be covered up, and an innocent civilian's life will be destroyed. I can't allow such a thing to happen. My own ethics won't stand for it.
I mean, I guess I can understand how you feel.
And changing Sai-san's heart will be to protect her as well.
How do you mean?
Apollos puts a bullseye on her
If
back.
the true culprit were to learn that she's responsible for the investigation, what would happen? I'm certain they'll aim for her life. She's the perfect target to place blame on the Phantom Thieves. So how about it? Will you agree to my plan?
Even though you're particular about being just, you're willing to get your hands dirty?
It can't be helped in order to ascertain the truth. There is also one more merit in changing Sai-san's heart. She'll be a fine warning to others not to meddle with you any further. They can't go public if someone in the investigation has a change of heart. It'd show their corruption. All that's left from there is for me to discover the identity of the true culprit.
What do you mean?
You're gonna tell us to announce our disbandment once the real culprit is arrested, aren't you?
As expected from a Nijima. So, what do you say? I don't think it's a bad deal for either of us.
Makoto, what's your take on all this?
It's a well-made plan. It even takes putting an end to our team into consideration.
I'm flattered to hear that.
Why are you willing to do all this, Akechi-kun? Why do...
Because of sickening human beings. Yes. My contempt for such people drives my sense of justice. It isn't some grand reason like society's sake or some lofty ideal.
He just hates the maggots of society. Nothing
It's
personal.
simply an absurd grudge. And extremely personal.
Dude.
You know, doesn't he remind you of us?
You think?
I can't really explain it, but I guess it's how some disgusting adult pissed him off.
We're similar, Maybe that's why I thought that I could ask this of you all. Won't you cooperate with me on the mission to change Sai-san's heart?
We'll do it.
Thanks. I was actually rather worried there. This mission can't succeed without your cooperation, after all.
The Phantom Thieves will be disbanded, and everything will work out. I pray it does.
Mako-chan.
I'm okay. I never brought it up until now, but the reason I joined the Phantom Thieves is...
When she initially came to us, she said, I have a target for you guys, but I want to make sure you guys are doing the right thing. And then we went and did Kaneshiro. Everybody assumes Kaneshiro was the target she was talking about.
Because I wanted to change my sister's heart. I was hoping I wouldn't have to resort to it, though.
That was the initial target that she was talking about.
I've also known for quite some time that she has a palace.
Why didn't you tell us?
It was too selfish of a reason.
Also, having a palace doesn't necessarily make you an evil person. It just means your desires are out of whack.
Though I was too scared to look any further into it on my own.
Why don't we try going there now to scope the place out? A lot of this will be new to me, so I'd like to get myself accustomed to it too.
I'm sorry, I actually have plans today.
I see. That's unfortunate.
Will you tell your sister about this?
Of course not. It's just...
You seem awfully evasive today. Is something the matter?
I just can't make time today.
Let's call it a day then, and resume this tomorrow.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Wasn't Makoto acting a bit weird?
This is about her sister.
I guess that can't be helped. Regardless, it all starts tomorrow. I hope this goes well.
Here we go. Back to the interrogation room.
A palace? In me? Not only that, Goro Akechi? Then the Phantom Thieves targeted me as per his advice? And he had already experienced the metaverse by the time of the Okumura case? That can't be. I mean, he never said a word. Although, his attitude did change suddenly around that time. Akechi-kun kept quiet about the most important details, and my own sister may be a Phantom Thief? If this is all true, I was out of the loop the entire time I led the investigation. What a joke. So you became convinced of another's existence through the 2 mental shutdown cases.
Here we go.
And if you were apprehended while falsely accused of those crimes, that villain would still be loose. That's why you targeted me? Not for your own preservation?
That's not all.
No. If this villain does exist and is setting up your group, I would be targeted next.
To silence the whole thing.
Did Makoto come up with that speculation? Perhaps I'm overthinking things. Hey! You need to keep your focus. It seems you're completely worn out, but the look on your face isn't one of defeat. Why is that?
I haven't lost yet.
I'm amazed. It seems you can still talk. When you were arrested, a man at the scene told you that you were sold out, correct? Those words normally hint at the existence of a traitor. However, if your story till now is true, one reason can be concluded. It's frustrating to admit, but at a certain point... No, most likely from the start. I was a mere puppet.
My thought was that they purposefully fostered a distorted desire to bring people to justice, whether they deserved it or not, specifically to create a palace inside Nijima, so they could do this.
Someone set up only to bear responsibility later. Someone intended your arrest, and the minimal staff directly involved were in their pocket. And if that's the case, true integrity would side with you.
We're getting there. We're up to 6. I have 4 more points to gain by the end of this stupid fucking palace.
All right.
No, I'm jumping to conclusions. I don't believe your story yet. There's something I need to confirm with you. Was a change of heart triggered in me? What happened in the time between entering my palace and your arrest? Tell me everything.
The correct answer is, I'm not going to say. I know what the correct answer is, and it's crazy.
What's this favor you need? It's late already.
We'll be going to Nijima's palace, so I want to look into her. Things like her work ethic and relationships. It doesn't matter whether it's public or private. Those would help us come up with countermeasures in case we hit a roadblock in her palace.
I can look up more, you know. Stuff like her repertoire of underwear.
Don't tempt me, Frodo!
A girl shouldn't say things like that. You tell her too.
What else can you dig up?
Well, like her history with men.
We're Phantom Thieves! Also, I may be overthinking it, but my voice... Ow!
Same as always.
Let me finish first! There's something else we want you to look into.
And at this point, the game is being deliberately vague. This is deliberate. Okay. And this is the second time it's happened. The first time being in the PE office when Akechi left. Where are we meeting up today? Alright, we were never told. At the courthouse. Where's that? The government office district. Kasumi Gaseki. Indeed. Oh, I've heard about that place. Never been there, though. Me neither. It's not somewhere normal people usually go. Just looking at the map is impressive. The police department, Ministry of Justice, Public Prosecutor's Office, and Public Security. The Diet building's right near there, too. For real? That's kind of scary place we're going to. We won't get caught, right? According to Akechi-kun, our identities haven't been discovered yet. So we're just going to plunge headfirst into enemy territory. Has anyone contacted Akechi? We're going to meet him there. Be on guard, everyone. We'll be heading into a lion's den. They're also being very deliberate about not including him in the group convo. They've had at least 2 opportunities to do so.
Courthouse. You can tell it's a revolting building just by looking at it. Let's hurry up and get started. Akechi, what did you find out?
I rarely get to see Sai-san directly, but I figured out her course of action. On the 20th, an investigation will likely be done at Shujin Academy, as well as the Sakura residence.
So we have 21 days.
For real?
Then that means our time limit is November 20th.
Still, there will be quite a bit of red tape involved. I doubt it'll take place before the 20th.
We'll take your word. For now, we need to focus on infiltrating her palace.
I concur. And we should probably get going soon. After all, people like us standing around here is quite unnatural. Well then?
That's...
Huh? What about my smartphone?
This is the model I wanted! You're so lucky! I'm so sorry. Until recently, Futaba was actually well...
It's okay. Sai-san told me the gist.
Oh, right. Akechi-kun, it may be best if you exchange contact info with everyone, too. Not just me.
That's true.
Ooh. I'll send everyone's contacts to you later.
Thanks. Well then.
Ah, it's so nice seeing it from this side.
I'll do my best.
You got a good personality and good looks? Talk about cheating.
She's praising you, I believe.
Then shall we get started?
We need to figure out what Makoto Sis thinks this courthouse is, right?
In the PE office. In the PE faculty office, if you remember, everybody leaves and then your character talks to Morgana and it does that fade out thing that it did when it was Morgana, Futaba, and Joker.
I often hear her call it a place of competition in which she must always win.
A competition, huh? That sounds like Sai-san.
It'd be unbearable if you were put on trial for a reason like that. Although, a competition means it's a match of some sort. Might it be a martial arts ring?
Conditions have not been met.
Then perhaps a stadium? Or maybe an arena?
Conditions have not been met.
There are other competitions besides fighting and sports.
Gambling, then.
How about a racetrack for horses? Other than that, there's pachinko, but does that count as gambling?
It is.
We played cards during the school trip.
Conditions have not been met.
What else is there?
It must be a casino.
Candidate found.
I definitely see Sai-san in you.
Well, it's time we head in then.
It's a casino. And, again, Sai's shadow is my absolute favorite design out of all of the shadows.
Head right past there and keep a low profile.
That's it, huh? What's going on here? We are looking at the courthouse, aren't we?
Seems like it.
Let's go.
Right.
No, most of your decisions won't change cutscenes. Because the entire team's there. It's always the entire team on these sorts of things.
The courthouse is a casino.
And they established that everybody that's held in reserve is nearby. They basically go behind and they lock people out and take care of anything behind, so that way we don't have to worry. We can keep pushing ahead. They're making sure that anything that comes back in gets taken care of.
Isn't that...
The police station, yes. I didn't know that the station and the courthouse were next to each other.
Our attire hasn't changed. That must mean we aren't considered threats or hostiles yet.
He says he needs to learn about this, but...
Right. Areas outside her courthouse palace must not be worthy of her attention. Wait, I always look like this. I'm special. Besides, I can't do anything in my cat form.
The police station's also part of her work area, though, whenever arrests are made for her cases. I've brought her food and belongings when she was sent on loan to the police.
We got no business with the cops, right? This might be the metaverse, but I don't want to go in a station.
That reminds me. He'll need a code name, too.
Codename?
Phantom thieves can't go around using the real names, right? It ain't cool either.
Just for reference, what is everyone else's?
Skull.
Mine's Fox.
We pretty much decided on them with how we look, didn't we?
What is it, Haru?
Oh, it's nothing.
Then, perhaps Karasu will be best for me. You know, like a raven.
Are your clothes
Raven
all
it is.
black or something?
The reverse, actually. If our codenames are to hide our identities, wouldn't that be better?
Karasu. He'd be the only Japanese-sounding one. Why not go with Crow instead?
All right.
There we go.
From here on out, you're Crow.
Got it.
Now then, let's head into the courthouse.
Because of the way that this game works, you can't miss a character. All the characters will always show up in the same order.
Joker.
Stay here.
Wait!
We'll garner far too much attention. Let's find another route.
Okay.
Looks like we'll be able to sneak in from here.
So, this means we're acknowledged as a threat, correct?
Dude, you planning on stealing stuff in that getup?
It just means that's what he thinks a rebel looks like.
No. This is my mental image of a person who sticks to their justice.
A mosquito. Oh, actually, I guess technically it would be more of a tengu, but...
Well, I think you're more apt for piercing rather than sticking. That aside, the people in here look completely normal.
But we're in a flashy casino. There's no doubt this is a palace.
Oh, right. Crow doesn't know too much about cognitive beings, does he?
Ah, yes. In addition to similar topography, cognitive people exist based on the ruler's perceptions.
That probably didn't make much sense because all the fancy terms he was using, huh?
In essence, since these look like real people, Sai-san's view of others is surprisingly undistorted.
She sees people as people.
Considering what I see before me, it's difficult to believe it is not actually a real casino.
As far as distortions go, hers was fairly straightforward.
Not all cognitions are normal, though. In Futaba and Okumura's palaces, we had to battle them. People may look normal, but we should be careful. Particularly of those in positions of power.
Is this what you have to go through every time?
That's right.
This is a first for me. I'm somewhat nervous.
Just don't slow us down, Crow.
I will not allow that to happen.
Okay, it's time we head inside. Our deadline for this infiltration is November 20th. Any later and we'll get caught in reality. Of course, we'll need to secure an infiltration route before we send out the calling card. As always.
So the calling card wasn't merely for show? It's a necessary step?
Will you please stop interrupting?
My apologies.
Well then, let's go.
Everybody's like, you're here because we allow it.
Nervous.
Okay. Oh, can't go that way. Cool. That does. Okay. For another way through. What's this? Smoke cigar. Gotcha. It's the trash. There we go.
Welcome. Come on out, you petty thieves.
She can see us?
You're after the treasure, are you not? Come on down and I will tell you where it is.
What? We're not going to fall for a trick like that.
It's not a lie. I only wish to do this fair and square. You aren't going to run, are you?
We should do as she says. There is no point in hiding any longer.
So you've come. The treasure is located on the manager's floor at the highest point of this building.
Why are you telling us this?
It's as I said before. I wish to go about this in the fairest manner possible. First, I ask that you come up to my location. We will continue this there.
Damn it! Over there!
It seems we'll be able to use that elevator to reach higher floors. Come, Joker. Let us pursue her. Let us get after her, Joker. It's somewhere.
I smell... we roll the dice. I love this palace's theme. Like, everything about this palace was really well done. It's easily my favorite out of all of them. Oh, there we go.
Authentication required. Please insert your member's card.
Member's card?
Perhaps it bears relation to a player's club of sorts.
I can't handle your technical speak. Just give me it straight.
Casinos typically have a membership system called a player's club. Some locations even have areas cordoned off for particular ranks of player. Considering the setup of this place, I thought things may be similar here.
That'll make this
Yeah.
shit simple. Come on, let's join this player thingy.
I would agree with you, but
A shadow!
as I expected, registration will not be such a simple matter.
She must be daring us to challenge the security of this place to make it to her.
Here
Yep.
it comes.
No need to worry. I'll handle this. I need to prove my worth to you after all.
You gonna be okay?
Who knows? I would estimate that you all won't even have to step in and help, though. Well then, let us begin. Don't worry, you can leave this one to me. Take them down, Robin Hood! Manifest!
Okay. Heavy almighty to all foes.
Robin Hood!
Down? Bro got knocked down. He needs cover.
Okay. So that doesn't work. Let's go with this.
You're mine.
You missed?
Now, my redemption. Persona! Very clever.
Blocked. Okay.
Everyone, are you okay? Focus on healing up. Persona!
Let's see.
Huh? Everyone's health is really low.
Yeah, right?
Ravage Snap! Persona!
Ow! You gotta watch them! My Persona! Huh?
Very helpful.
I'm very grateful. Here he comes! Not on my watch.
Oh boy.
This is a part of me! You gotta hit them!
Go down! Taste my wrath! Everywhere!
You gotta watch them! Persona!
Let's heal up again.
My thanks.
Thank you so much! Persona!
Yeah, let's do it. And there we go. You're not so bad, and I am capable of much more. Now then, let's deal with the shadows quickly. Wait, Doesn't it sound like we're gonna get ambushed based on what we heard earlier? I agree. I'd like to deal with them as quick as we can, but now that we have an infiltration route, I'd suggest we return for now and prepare. Very well, I trust your experience and judgment. Let us do that. Yes, I'd like to do this above board and fair. But fair doesn't necessarily mean just. It's truly one surprise after another. I hope we continue to thrive in our work together. Agreed. We will need to explain the steps we take, though. That is unnecessary. First, we should clear an infiltration route, then send the calling card, correct? In doing so, the core of the ruler's distorted desires will manifest into a physical form. By taking that cord, the change of heart will be triggered. I deduce the steps would be something along those lines. A+. It ain't as easy as it sounds. Don't underestimate this shit. I'm not underestimating anything, I assure you. By the way, Nijima-san's shadow seemed really confident. Yes, there's no knowing what may await. Let's continue cautiously. Very well. You will let me know when you enter the palace, yes? Of course. Perfect. I will be available at any time you need. That's enough for now. Let's prepare well for the coming task. My apologies for derailing the conversation. We will be counting on you, Akechi. Failure's not an option here. Yes, I'll do my best to live up to all your expectations.
Crucial moment's finally here. Give it all you've got. Okay.
Things have really sounded. There's even a bounty on you guys, but I seriously believe the thieves are innocent. By the way, I changed the survey question. It's already up in flames, though. It's a problem for me, too, if people don't think the Phantom Thieves are heroes. Just try and clear the stigma on your name as soon as you can, okay? I'm counting on you.
People are turning on us even in his survey? Our popularity is really at an all-time low.
Okay. Real quick. Did I get... Oh, I just had to play a game, didn't I? Okay. Let's check Shady Commodities, actually. Welcome to the alluring world of Tanaka's Shady Commodities. Text-to-speech for an easy-to-understand shopping experience. Try investing and see what valuables are stocked in the future. Site's incredibly shady, so you're gonna sign up? Let's sign up. I'll use Joker. Your codename, eh? That's a good idea. Mr. Joker, you've opened the door to possibilities that normal people can only dream of. Now, you can find all the rare items you could possibly want. Okay. Sure. Okay. Let's make some tools.
Okay.
12. I still need more liquid mercury and more aluminum sheets.
Yeah.
Take it alone. It's not like I have anything else to be doing. Okay. What's this? Oh, this is the one that does 100. Yeah. We'll make some stun guns. Atom matches.
Yeah.
Hadron smashing all your atoms.
Yeah.
Let's make the happy bomb. It's a happy little bomb.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Well then.
Okay. Okay. Stop checking your phone while you're eating. Just concentrate on your food. I don't think you like that. Come on, let's finish eating and then send a reply once we go upstairs. You have to change your heart. Right. I'll be counting on you. We may have our own unique way of doing things, but we should just proceed forward as usual. Leave it to me. Don't worry, Dis. I trust you. That's why I asked that you lend me your help. Take as much time as you need to get ready. Anything goes as long as it helps out our mission. You have our trust. You're our leader, after all.
Okay.
Try to steal your target's heart by the deadline. Mission start.
Hey.
Oh, Makoto's at max. Right. Okay. Shinya. Oh, the kid. Right.
I'll just add this.
Alright, we're gonna end tonight a little early. We've got the next palace set up. We're gonna go in and we're gonna do as much of it as we can in one go. If I remember, this one really does drain you. So that's going to be it for me tonight, guys. As you all know, I like to pass the love forward. Thank you, everybody, for coming on out. So the next stream will be on Thursday night. We'll be out on Thursday night. And hopefully sooner. I took a nap today, and I woke up really late. So, that's a thing. Let's see. Okay. You know what? Let's raid into Chicken Stew. He's a cool cat. He's currently playing Elden Ring. You guys have seen my playthroughs of Elden Ring, so you guys know that it's a great game. Let's watch Chicken Stew work their way through this game. Thank you, everybody. Love y'all, and I'll see you Thursday night.
I should have done a regular attack, not a big one. No, don't kill me! You're gonna fucking kill me. Oh, no, 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 no. Dissinger! Hi, Dissinger. Welcome in. Oh no, he's hot. Welcome in, Dissinger. How are you doing this evening? Persona 5 Royal. Everyone's playing the Persona games. Is there anything of interest up here? Some smithing stones, perhaps? Yes. Oh, but it's a 3. I need 1s. No! Oh, fuck! God damn it. Oh, he's coming. Oh, fuck. Come on. Don't get your other friend involved. Come and fight me.